Hello and welcome back to Shogun 2 Total War, where we have finally taken Sado Island and completely wiped out the Takeda clan. Two very good early game victories there. Excellent power base for us now. In fact, you could say we have the rip-off Golden Triangle of Japan. The real Golden Triangle, of course, being Kyoto, Yamato, and I believe the Kawachi region. Of course, central Honshu there. But I think our rip-off is pretty damn decent as well, where we have Kai and North Shinano, two very good provinces there, two very central and important provinces, as well as Sado Island. Bit debatable whether it's a true triangle, but that's why it's a rip-off one. But they do create a lot of money and good resources for us to dominate the rest of the game. We are at peace with the Honma clan, who were originally the rulers of Sado Island, which is excellent. And we are really only at war with the Imagawa at the moment, which is absolutely brilliant because we are in a position to wipe them out as well. Do have to win against this massive stack over here, which does not hold their clan leader, their daimyo, which is very interesting. Makes you wonder where they are. But we have been threatened, I think, by the Hojo, which is not the biggest of problems, but our armies are a little bit split up at the moment, so that would not be ideal if they declared war over the next turn or so. But we're certainly going to be looking at taking Sagami province for that blacksmith, and again in Izu they have a gold mine as well. If we can control that, we'll have two out of, I think there's only 3 or 4 gold mines on the whole map, maybe not even 4. So that's some excellent assets for us there as well. Training some. We're not training anything over here. Interesting. We certainly want to get training something. We're going to be making a sword school down here very soon. And I think just for the sake of having some katana samurai down here, we will want to make use of that very quickly. Have Uesugi Masakage coming over to Kozuke to defend that against any possible attacks. Maybe the Hojo might want to come up there, or even we might get backstabbed by the Satomi over here. But I do want to start changing out our Ashigara units for warrior monks and katana samurai. So we're going to get straight on that and just diminish our coffers for now. In fact, we do have 4 turns to wait there for the armor upgrade. That would be very useful for any warrior monks there. I think we can be patient for that, you know, and just get out some warrior monk or bow warrior monks for the moment. Armor is not too useful on there. Of course, we want more accuracy. We can't get accuracy unless we take etches in, and that's so out of the way for us right now. But I think really we're also looking at making sure we don't overexpand now, because our fame is prominent, I believe it is. Yeah, prominent. That's very close to setting off Realm Divide, and we're absolutely not ready for that. So we're going to want to build up all of our defences, maybe even get another army out to defend the Kaga region there, because that is very exposed. And we can see that if the Hitakiyama wants to declare war on us, they can walk straight into Etchu and Kaga and even Hida if they really wanted to there. But for the moment, I think we're going to end our turn. And in fact, we might want to bring in a few of these units here for Kenshin. Let's bring in, I think, a unit of bows and a couple standard Ashigaras. We should be fine there. We do have some reinforcements on the way, but it will take quite some time there. And I think we want to get our agents moving as well where possible. Let's end the turn and see what the Imagawa do. And we have one of our shinobis executed down here from the Imagawa there. Luckily that wasn't our more experienced shinobi. Might be able to strike back there. Might be able to, but are we able to get through here? We're not. The armies are now blocking us, which is not ideal. Where are the rest of our agents? We have one over here, and that is really made for apprehension. So I think we're going to bring this one down as well, if we can. Lovely. And our monk is also over here. Lovely. So we'll bring him down as well, because I want to use him against enemy Meskes. And over in Sado, we do have a market constructing. We also want to create a sake den as well for extra income. How are we looking for happiness if we take our garrison out? Actually not too bad. We've not upgraded the general after that victory. Go all in over here as usual. Favourite mount, not necessarily bad, but more defence for spear infantry. That is going to count for our warrior monks, I believe, so that is very nice. We'll bring him back to the mainland, I think. As much as mainland can be on an island, of course. So that'd be great. We can move in over here. And we will keep creating some bow warrior monks, but I think we'll bring these 3 down to begin with to Kozuke, so they can reinforce our armies down here. Do we have Yari cavalry? Yeah, we do have Yari cavalry here. We certainly have some here. I'd love to bring some up actually to this army. So I think we'll create some of them as well down here. Do like katana cavalry. They do have a good role in armies, but I want to focus really on warrior monks for now. I think we'll create some more katana samurai down here. And once again, remember to bring these down. We're sending the shinobi over here to scout out any potential threats. This is a fairly new shinobi, isn't it? So yeah, they're completely fresh. Not a problem. So can we do anything with this shinobi over here? I think what we want to do is sabotage this army. That did fail. That is very surprising, actually. It's quite a high success chance there. Okay, not a problem. What we can do is just stay in ambush here. What did that army look like here? Yeah, a lot of Ashigaru, few samurai units, and a lot of Yari cavalry. But I think our masses of pointy sticks will be certainly able to defeat these, especially if we get an ambush battle here. We are primed for that outside of Kai, making that look very open indeed. I think we're going to increase our taxes for 1 turn to really boost our income, because I really need to start getting recruiting where possible. So once again, let's let that move forwards. And we do in fact get that ambush. So let's go straight in. Fairly comfortable taking this. Now, of course, the problem with an ambush battle is always trying to judge exactly where the enemy is going to deploy heaviest. So we've somewhat shifted our 2 lines to try and catch that. But I'm fairly certain we'll be absolutely fine. It is an ambush battle. Yeah, they have focused over here, and a lot of their cavalry is actually over here. Charge straight in them with our Yari, right into their Yari cavalry themselves over here. Yari cavalry. Lovely stuff. Let's push in with that then. Do have their Naginata samurai over here to contest. That's rather nasty indeed. We'll just charge rather blindly into their lines over here. Lovely. And we'll bring over some Yari Ashigaru here. We do have our Yari samurai here ready to threaten a general, I think we'll do. We are backing ourselves up with some Yari cavalry here. We'll just pull back and try and get a flanking charge in where possible. And we'll start flanking over here. Actually, we'll pull this unit over, I think, very quickly. We do have our warrior monks and some katana samurai in this area. So we'll bring those over to the flank. Get our bows just firing in the massive amount of unit hits here. We'll bring Kenshin forwards a tiniest bit, and he can use stand and fights and get that active across our whole army there. Let's get moving. And of course, we'll react with katanas, samurai, and bow warrior monks as we need. Looks like we're going to miss that general though and go straight for some Yari cavalry. It's still a favourable fight for us. Let's get into this flank as quickly as possible then. Warrior monks. I think they're going to the centre here. Help out against the samurai. Fight that Yari cavalry, please. Really struggling with that movement there. And we'll catch out the enemy over here with our own cavalry. And where's the safest position with Kenshin? Probably about here. Rousing some bow Ashigaru, competing against them is not a problem, but also not the greatest of moves. Let's fire on their general, get some fire arrows going when we can. What we've got here, warrior monks needs to push in here. Actually, we'll go down against the Ashigaru there. It's a little bit better for us. Are our katanas engaged? No, they're not. That's a massive mistake. Let's go straight in here then, if we can. Idle over here. Let's flank this Yari cav just to force that down. And we will use this Yari samurai to engage this Yari cavalry over here. Get rapid advance on all we can just to force that engagement. Okay, so can Kenshin now stand and fight fairly easily? He can. Let's do that. Lovely stuff. That's going to bolster the majority of our army. And if we can get some flaming shots over here into this general, that'd be brilliant. Yeah, we're rinsing that Yari cavalry there. Getting a general over here, are we? Which is great. I believe that's the true general of this army. So getting that guy down would be brilliant. And we are idling over here. Let's bring some more stuff down here. And are we idling with anything else? We're idling with our light cavalry. Let's chase some things down then. Smash the enemy cavalry here, please. We need more Yari Ashigara in this massive, massive blob here. Massive, massive blob indeed. What are we dying to over here? Looks like Yari Ashigaru just overwhelmed there, not a problem. Need to use War Shout where possible, but it's still on cooldown. Such a long cooldown War Shout has. Such a long cooldown. Let's get our light cavalry out and start forcing more engagements with our now free Yari Cav. And I think we go for... What's this? More Yari Cav trying to push through here, so let's go for that. Light Cav need to get out and try against some flanking charges where possible. Yari Ashigaru would love to push into this centre here. How are our katanas doing? They're actually completely idle. Let's jump in here against the enemy katana samurai. We'll get a somewhat downhill charge into their flank there. That would be brilliant. We'll rest some Yari Ashigaru there. Bring these over here to the enemy general. Brilliant. So let's start firing onto this massive blob of enemy infantry over here. That's where the samurai are. And in fact, we've mass routed them, which is absolutely brilliant. So now we really need to use our light cavalry and the Yari cavalry to just race everything down before they return. Well, we were told there that it was a close victory. I mean, it did take a good amount of losses at 1,500, and our Yari samurai especially being butchered there. But, I mean, the enemy has 238 remaining. We chased down what we could. Let's see how it translates onto the strategic map. We do have all of that mounting on us because of high taxes. And if we bribe an enemy belonging to the Imagawa, we get unscrupulous aegis, meaning our Messicans are going to be that much more successful. Well, what was that remaining unit there? It's just the one unit of Naginata samurai there. Of course, the armoured front line you get there. I think what we'll do then is we can try and bribe this unit. And that was successful. Excellent. So just so we get that success chance from the mission, let's bring our taxes down to a normal level before we forget. Now, this is a bit of a quandary here. We could go straight for Suruga province and be greedy and take that actually fairly rich settlement and go for the library as well. But we really need to think about how close we are to Realm Divide. And for the and that is actually going to be very good for access down into Izu and Sagami. But actually I think we could get away with 3 more provinces. If we take these 3 provinces and then really think about Realm Divide, we could go for it, I think. Yeah, let's go for it. So, we're going to take these Katana Samurai as reinforcements, but the rest of it we can disband. And we're going to actually use our garrison here to get rid of this unit. Lovely. Pull back. So we're going to go straight in for Suruga province. We should be able to take that instantly. Lovely. Peacefully occupy. And we're now acclaimed. Yeah, really pushing that fame now. Really, really pushing it. So we're going to try and go for peace with the Imagawa. Now, the Imagawa are the lords over their vassal, the Tokugawa, still. And if we were especially greedy, we could try and make the Imagawa our vassals, thereby making the Tokugawa our vassals as well. And that sounds like a very, very good play. But that will instantly, definitely trigger Realm Divide. And like I said, we're absolutely not ready for that. As tempting as it is, we can't vassalize them. They'd be very strong allies, but we'd open ourselves up on so many other fronts. And with Realm Divide, it's not likely we will keep our allies at all, which is a shame. And actually quite a shame that the Imagawa did not want to pay us reparations for all the damage they've caused in our lands. But not a problem, we'll certainly take the trade and the peace treaty. And that is absolutely brilliant. We're trading with pretty much everyone we can, to be honest, which is absolutely brilliant. What's our trade income then? 2.5 thousand. That is pretty much half of our income. So we need to make sure we do get Izu province and Sagami province there, because we need to be able to stand by ourselves when everything goes to shit. This library is made so that chi arts are mastered that much faster. How does that translate then? 8 turns for something like calligraphy, 9 turns for temple complex. That's not the worst. We'll keep that going. We'll keep that going. The actual bonus we're guessing is 75%. Not too bad, I suppose. We'll certainly keep the markets. It's looking actually not looking too bad here. I think we can keep this as it is. Certainly upgrade the farms and the roads, but otherwise I'm fairly happy with that. What we can do then is going to recruit another Mesuke in Kozuke here. We can use him as a passive agent, so we'll use him for overseeing towns. Let's see. Do we want to put any points anywhere else? It's for detection, action costs. Yeah, this is more for active abilities. So we'll go in here, and I think we'll just make sure we get some counter spying as well. Let's go for cunning wear. Let's give him some repression. Why not? And we can move him. I think actually staying in Kozuke for now might not be a bad idea. That's actually quite the money maker as it is. We want to keep him there so it increases the tax rate, which is great. Move down here. Get rid of the Bow Ashigaru and replace them with a couple units of Bow Warrior Monks. What do we have in here? Just some more Ashigaru. Let's start building up in Kaga then. In fact, we have one more turn for the armory there, but not a problem. I think what we do is just make some Katana Samurai to start with. We'll make 3 of those. And that will be a defensive army, I think. Did we create things over here? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. And after what feels like an eternity, we're finally able to enlist a new general. Let's go straight for that. That'll be an Echigo. How's he looking? How's he looking? Got some very good loyalty, and we get +1 to morale, which is excellent stuff. Alright. Where do we want to put him, though? That's the question. I think we put him in charge of defending Kaga. And with this army now over here, what do we have inside Kaga? Want to get some Bow Warrior Monks out. I think we recruit 1 more unit of those. And we're very close to getting that armory up. Not a problem. Where do we want to recruit then? Because you need to keep assets. Really to keep out the recruitment. Let's delete 1. How many units do you want to delete? 1, 2, 3 units of ER Ashko. 1, 2, and where's the least experienced? Not really making much difference there, is it? So let's just get rid of this one. Yep. And we'll bring in our reinforcements. What can we do with our agents then? Let's get some experience on the monk here. See if we can get rid of this Mesuke. Peeking about. Perplexed. Be temporarily down then. Great stuff. That has helped with our experience there. Let's try and get this completely fresh units some experience. Let's try and sabotage this on 48%. That's absolutely terrible. What about sabotaging something? Sabotaging the army it is. Absolutely terrible chance of success. And that's still failed there. Not to worry. Not to worry. What have we got in here? Another Mesuke in there. Can we get this guy some experience to try and apprehend them? Failed. Okay. Alright. Need to get spying on this army though, because we have no idea what is in Easy Province. Come over. What do we have then? We have a lot of pointy 6. And just a general, no idea where their daimyo would be then. We've got to expect some sort of ambush in this area then. Okay. We sabotage anything for a bit of... Let's get the rice exchange. That was successful. Great stuff. Another couple successful actions will be great for us. Can we apprehend this once again then? Let's have a look. That failed as well. Is it quite a leveled agent? No, it's not. That's interesting. Alright. Oversee this settlement. And I think we move this down to Saruga. And we bring in this unit of Katana Samurai. So that'll be 4 in total, or 5 in total actually. So that'll be fine there. We'll make the rest, I think, some warrior monks, and we'll be absolutely brilliant with Kenshin's army. That'd be very, very lethal indeed, actually. If we bring our Yari cavalry up here was where they're going for, wasn't it? And did we actually complete that construction here? We did. I really want to get some excellent top tier warrior monks out where possible. So we'll start spamming these out and they can be distributed to our armies everywhere else. So we're going to spend a few turns just building up and see if we do get attacked by anyone. I really hope not. But we'll come back and hopefully we should be in a position to declare war on the Hojo. Well, certainly not entirely ready for this, but in a better position we previously were. Hojo just declared war on us, and it's quite likely they'll bring in both the Satomi and the Imagawa. That's not good for us whatsoever. That means we will be fighting in far too many fronts. We will be calling in the Satake and the Date. Let's see how people respond. Actually, they're not going to be joined. That really helps us out. And with the Satake being close to the Hojo, they might have to think about that themselves. Let's see how they react. Well, of course, our trade has been disrupted from the Hojo, not a problem. They moved an army straight over to our border to try and go for Kai, because they do see that we have stacked up in this castle. Do have some bow warrior monks over here as reinforcements, but we're not going to add them just yet for fear that we can't reach this army in one turn. Before we start that battle, though, we're going to try and sabotage this army over here so they don't stab us in the back. And that did in fact work, and we're upgrading our very experienced ninja. I think he gets only one more upgrade. So we'll think about this. Let's see, 10% chance of escape from following actions. That is, yeah, okay. More escape chance. I'm not going to be able to go down here for critical success chance. I'm not planning that out too well, I don't think, which is a shame. What's this one? More substitution from assassinating, reduce costs. Now let's put a couple into assassination, because then we can get a little bit in this critical success chance there next time. I think that'd be fine. And I think I want to try and use our new agents for sabotaging this. Only a minor success chance there. And that did work though. I'll take that, and an upgrade for this guy. Brilliant stuff. We'll take the usual. That is a good question actually. We'll go for saboteur, and we will go for assassination on this one. Geisha or more assassination. Let's go for the Geisha to help our evasion. And we're looking at getting rid of this Satomi's agents here, so let's try and get rid of this character. Did fail, that is a shame. What about here? Apprehend for 80%. Oh, that failed. Not liking that. Okay, I wonder if we can ask for military access with the Satomi. Let's see, military access. If we offer and demand it for 10 turns. Okay. Maybe a bit of payment there. Okay, so we've got 10 turns to bring in this army. Not the best at the moment, but not to worry. It can certainly take these castles while Kenshin deals with this army here. It's not looking great balance of power, but we do have a good composition against them. Have a lot of cavalry there, so our Yari Ashigaru and our warrior monks are going to be having to pull that weight there quite hard in conjunction with our Yari cavalry is the problem. Okay, so we've got a pretty damn decent start here on top of a hill, but we're overlooking a valley, and the enemy is instantly pulling back. That's interesting. Not a problem. Let's group up and move forward. So we're going to play very aggressively because we've swapped our front line out for this Katana Samurai here. And we've pulled our Yari Ashigaru back to play much more defensively and reactively to see where the enemy cavalry goes. And if we bring our Katana Samurai to the front, they can take the engagements they want, fingers crossed, against the enemy infantry, and they will slice through Yari Samurai. And they will beat Naginata Samurai, but they will take some fair losses, so we're going to need that support from our cavalry and our warrior monks for that. Alright, so just about in position here. The enemy actually has quite the lack of bow units, only 2 bow Ashigaru from what I can see, which means we can put our Katana Samurai for the minute towards the enemy there. That's not a shortcut that works in this game. Okay, interesting. I just thought the shift click would click across the whole line there. Not a problem. Let's move our bows then into range where possible. You can still see that we have the first bow Ashigara out that we start with in the campaign at 160 men. It's amazing we kept hold of them that long. They only have 2 chevrons of experience as well. So they're going to start firing out on our katana samurai. That's not a problem. In fact, what we're going to do is just charge, I think. What do they have along the sides there? Yara samurai on the sides. Let's go straight for us, I think. Let's move out over here. Tentatively. See if we can just grab this little ridge here. I was wondering if we might be able to tempt them out with some light cavalry actually, but straight into Yari Ashigara behind is not a good idea, of course. So, I think what we do is we force this engagement, see how the enemy reacts, try and poke them, push up a little bit with these, and of course get round with our Yari once again. That'd be great. Let's push up. Get Kenshin over to Inspire. Make sure we're protecting our flanks there. And we will bring our Yaris Samurai over a little more central to react. Bring these units of cavalry to the flank so they're in a better unit, or better position rather. How we're doing over here. They brought in some Yari Ashigara, that's not a problem. We will win that. Let's try and hit then some cavalry over here. We'll start firing on the Yari Samurai. Don't want to take too many losses in this little skirmish here, really. Not ideal if we do. Got Yari Samurai. I think we force engagement onto the Yari Ashigaru. Well, no we don't, they are actually walling there. Okay, if they're walling, we might as well get some shots into them, actually. Ah, here we go. Now they're charging. Counter charge. Actually change back onto the Yari Cavalry. In fact, we'll get some flaming arrows out on there. Routing the Yari Ashigara here. Expose some more Yari Cavalry is not a problem. What's we got behind here? Yari Samurai. Okay, let's take this engagement and reinforce. Moving Kenshin a little more here. Yeah, really wiping that unit of Yari Ashigara as you'd expect, with minimal losses on our side. Now they're bringing the Yari Cavalry, which is brilliant. Let's pull back, charge in some Yari Ashigara, pull back here and actually take on the Yari Samurai here. So okay, if they're going to charge into our bow Ashigara, we're going to replace them soon anyway. Let's push in here actually. Reposition this Katana Samurai into the flanks, and now their cavalry is really getting stuck in. So let's pull back very quickly here, move in the warrior monks I think to start with here, and some Ashigaru. And we could start flanking. What have we got over here? Light cavalry, let's engage that immediately. We do see some Naginata Samurai, so we'll just send over some katanas there. We'll start pushing up with everything else as flanking units. Great stuff. Don't want to stand and fight with Kenshin just yet. See if we can force things in here. Let's get our Yari Ashigara onto this light cavalry here to support. We do have some more Yari cavalry there as well, so we're going to want to help out with that. Let's bring in the warrior monks for that. We do have some samurai in this position as well. Okay, let's get onto that. Lovely. Bring Kenshin over a little bit closer. We need to start firing on something decent here. Let's get onto Yari Samurai. Yari Ashigara engaged Samurai is not amazing. Let's bring in this unit then. Have found that Naginata Samurai with our katanas. We're wiping the light cavalry here, which means we can move in to attack the Naginatas here very quickly. Very, very quickly. We have some Yari Samurai here. Let's rapid advance to get to this unit of cavalry, because they're also threatening Kenshin. Let's move that. Fire onto light cavalry, please. Get the warrior monks over here, thank you. Probably wiping out there some light cavalry. Okay, they can move back into the flanks of the Yara cavalry, would be great. Enemies found our bows, but not a problem. And I think it's safe to stand and fight here. And we can run into the Yara samurai here. Get into the backs with this unit, do it? Oh, what's struggling here? Yeah, we support that instantly. Let's get our cavalry over here. We've forgotten about this unit, and it's been caught up. Not good, not good at all. You can see the losses there piling up on our side. Let's force this light cavalry off. Don't want to stay in this engagement much longer. Yeah, not a problem, not a problem. Let's force this engagement down, really finish that one. I think we lost that unit of Katana Samurai actually over here. That's okay, we can deal with that. Enemy is mass rousing now. It's just this one unit which isn't thinking of rousing. So if we just chase things down, that'd be an excellent first victory over the Hojo. Much needed one as well. Much needed one. Can we chase anything down here? Let's go for the Yara Samurai. Yeah, we'll get the light cavalry down here. Lovely stuff. And it's just a case of chasing once again. And yeah, very unfortunate to lose that Katana Samurai there. Just some mismanagement and bad reactions there. To blame for that on my part, but not a bother. We can recruit those very soon again. We did take a fair amount of losses once again ourselves, of course, but the enemy has been reduced to ash with only one staggered unit left here, and that is in fact their general, which is very sad to say. We can't reach that though with Kench, which is a problem. That's a problem, because I'd like to get some experience on him. So we'll just use our garrison here once again to deal with that. I was half expecting to promote a unit there, because that's 2 victories for that army, but not a bother. And we can replenish very quickly indeed as well. So we're going to sit back tight in Suruga province. And we will replace that. Finally get rid of the initial bow units there. And we can actually recruit those katanas straight from Suruga, which is great stuff. So it's really not a big loss there. Do have the income to support that. Let's see if we can get some warrior monks moving out though. We want them really, I think. Let's put them in Kai for now so they can react and get to Uesugi Masakage, I think, who desperately needs a better army than just Ashigaru. But I think, guys, that might have to be a quick one for you today. That is all we have time for before we really get things rolling. I would predict once we take these 2 provinces, we will very likely trigger Realm Divide. And are we ready for that? Very nearly. Very nearly is the answer, which is just a soft way of saying not at all. So I'll see you then. Hope you're looking forward to it, because that is when shit kicks off. So I hope you've enjoyed the video today, guys, and I shall see you in the future. May all of your nights and days be auspicious. Goodbye.